That's slick. That's real slick. That's slick.
I am going to oppose this amendment because yesterday was the first day of session and we talked about balancing the budget, and during that time we talked about not raising taxes, and this creates a tax, and I believe that we shouldn't tax the people in the state of Florida right now.
But one of the most important things is that our small businesses here in Florida are not paying more taxes than the large corporations that are putting them out of business. It is about Floridians first. These are the type of things that will allow us to not have to pit our healthcare workers against our teachers. That is unfair and un-American.
Mr. Speaker, I'd also like to recognize the wonderful members of SEIU 1991, the ladies in purple who are always here showing their support for the members of the Florida House of Representatives and keeping a watchful eye on not only our health, but what we're doing for them in Miami-Dade County. So thank you for being here.
Members, join me to recognize my constituents, District 108. They're seated on the West Gallery. Can you all please stand? And welcome to Florida House.
Now they have to furnish 2 envelopes. One envelope for the ballot. Once they complete the ballot, they go into that envelope, and then they take that envelope and put it into the return envelope and then seal it and mail it off. So it's just giving them options of some cost savings in their office.
I want to say as I begin my last year of 20 years in the process, thank you for all that you have done, and thanks to your wife, Stephanie, who has been a listening ear and a very comforting person throughout the time that I was very ill.
All we've talked about is how this is going to affect the families and what have you. But this is not state money. These are federal dollars. Am I correct? And under that, I don't know what it is we are talking about doing that's not already being done.
It is every member's right to file whatever amendments they deem fit at the appointed time. We still have an opportunity to file amendments if any member of this committee so chooses.
This is about job creation. And one thing I want to point out is my Workforce Florida, my Workforce Board, Workforce Plus right here in Leon County, get an opportunity to give them a plug. They're the flagship. They're one of the standard bearers for workforce boards around the state.
It is my understanding that in the past there were funds taken out of the teachers' retirement funds and placed onto the open market, and there was a great loss in that.
Here we go.
We have a unique and historic opportunity, and the public and the nation is watching. Never before have we had this opportunity, but we have an opportunity to make a difference here in the state of Florida and to get this done the right way.
There's been a lot of focus on giving minorities an opportunity to elect a candidate of their choice. Why is there no Senate district included in the maps that you are presenting that's designed to allow Palm Beach County to elect a candidate of their choice?
This is an important element. They will shortchange the opportunity for them to make their comments and their suggestions and their recommendations on what it is that was actually produced.
It's not just disrupt families, but when jobs are lost, particularly in mass like that, it also disrupts communities.
What this does is it punishes the able, competent 5-year guy and pits him against the 10-year guy. Not based on ability, but based on longevity. We should vote down on this amendment.
There's no plan. You have to be denied
by 3 other insurance companies to be able to go back into Citizens. That is not good for Floridians. It is not good for property owners who are struggling today.
It's public record and it's accessible right now by any member of the public who desires it, and you're just making it more convenient for them by their being able to make the request electronically.
My heart went out to the families with the children. This is America, and I feel that we, as Americans, should and must do something to help our own.
When you're forcing an individual to go to the emergency room that is ill-equipped to handle what they're faced with right now, how are we supporting and representing our constituents?
Under the proposed legislation, the Department of Management Services would be allowed to issue an RFP and potentially expand the number of providers for this population.
The same people that trust us to do our jobs as legislators are the same people who entrust our local officials to do their job. Let's leave the task in the hands of our local governments and citizens.
You're saying that a doctor can then say, okay, this may not be life or death, but it falls in the category.
This tight economy and in this time in which we are losing jobs left and right in the United States, this is an opportunity for this legislature, for this Senate to stand up and say, you know what, if we're going to spend state dollars, we should at least be spending it in the United States.
We try to teach our students to be a complete person, and that's why we provide a variety of curriculums in schools so they can learn